All right, let's see if this is working. But it doesn't really matter. All right, let's try this again. So I'm going to go ahead and start editing my latest movie review, Friday the 13th Part 4. I've been fighting with my... Yeah, okay, you should be seeing me in front of the editor. So basically, I can kind of talk people through how I edit videos, specifically how I do the green screen and how I edit in movie clips and pictures and all that stuff, and kind of give people a glimpse of what it takes to make one of my reviews. So, all right, so let's go ahead and get started. Let me know if you can hear when I push play here. Genome here, coming at you with the next episode of Was It Good? I'll be once again delving into another in the long line of the Friday the 13th movies. So hopefully that could be heard, but so this is my footage that I shot just a little bit earlier this afternoon, and I have it superimposed against this backdrop here. Normally it looks like... Oh, it looks like this behind me, this green. So I want that to go away. So bam, there it is. So you got to choose the exact shade of green and all that to make it go away. And then you'll have a transparent box too. You have to get your settings just right with intensity level. So exciting stuff, I know. So I'm going to go ahead and start editing a little bit. Figure out where I'm going to put my clips in. When I do this, I watch the movie, and then I figure out which clips I'm going to pull. I use my secondary editing software to pull specific clips. That's the stuff you see up here. Then I have it as a reference off to the side. Then I shoot my video while I'm talking and kind of figure out where I am on the spectrum, as it were, of what I have already selected or pulled. And I talk about that. And then I put everything together in the main editing software, which you see behind me here, and then I kind of figure out where to put stuff. So it doesn't make much sense, but maybe you will now. I don't know. Let's see. Hey everyone, Genome here, coming at you with the next episode of Was It Good? I'll be once again delving into another in the long line of the Friday the 13th movies, which will help kind of capstone my hack and or slash category of Was It Good? I've already gone over episodes 1, 2, and 3, and so chronologically speaking, I should be coming up on 4, which I actually am. You'll see my false takes and stuff too that I edit out when I do it like this. So we are going to take a look today at Friday the 13th Part 4, the final chapter. And let's find out if it's really going to be final after all. Spoiler alerts. Maybe. Anyway, we jump right in. Oh, there's a false take. So we got to get rid of that, don't we? All right, so... Anyway, we jump right in. I think it'd be back here somewhere. Spoiler alerts. Maybe. Okay, so we'll cut it right there. Anyway, we jump right in. See where I actually don't false take it. Looks about right. Had a mannerism there, had to get rid of, so let's go ahead and cut it right there. Remove. It's there we go. For some reason it's lagging bad. So once you got a cut like this, if you don't do anything, you'll have this big blank space there, and it'll pick up when the line gets over there. So we want to collapse that down. Maybe. What that was all about, I have no idea. Anyway. All right, so... Okay. Continue deleting. All right, so we'll have a picture to insert here for too long in a video clip. Anyway, we jump in. Okay. Looks like I had another false take there. looking a little blurry. Oh, yeah, can't miss the Mega Power Hour. Tell Biggie and Comic Head that I said hello. It's probably a little more interesting than this, but thanks for popping in. Thanks for all you do for the entire community with all your daily updates for everybody. Anyway, we jump right into one of the most epic title screens I've ever seen in my life. All right, there we go. So we are going to go ahead and enter a video clip here. So now we got to figure out where we want to start. Now here's the real hard part about inserting video. If you have, I think it's over 10 seconds, you get a fair use copyright hit, and basically, if you were to ever make any money off this, you automatically forfeit it to the owner of said property. So you got to make very specific cuts here for time. So how long is this clip? We got 57:05. So we got to get that down to 10:75. So I'm going to hear it first. Okay, we can get rid of some of that. Okay, right here, bam. So now we'll have something 57:05. We'll shorten it just a little bit. Okay, then we're good to go. Get rid of this last little tail end here. And now we will have... I've never seen in my life. Oh, it's classic. So we got, let's do an audio fade, so it's not quite so jarring. That's better. Okay. Clearing throat, deep breath, we'll get rid of all that. Preceding that, of course, was the invariable montage of previous films. I really dislike how they keep doing this. They keep padding the runtime with between 4 and 10 minutes, in some cases 15, of introductions to the last movie. Now this one's much better. It only is about 4 or 5 minutes of worth, but still, I mean, come on, by this point we know what's going on. Now granted, you know, no internet back then, so sometimes people had to be told the story of what was going on. But honestly, other than knowing the main character Jason, it's not really anything to know, you know? It's a slasher film. So, I mean... Oh, you know what I forgot? Hey everyone, Genome here. Coming at you with the next episode of Was It Good? So I gotta import that. So you have a transparency here. I'll be once again delving into another in the long line of the Friday the 13th movies. Go ahead and edit now. Oops. Let's go ahead and make Mozart Jason here. Okay. So we need to make this permanent. Copy, put your cursor over here, paste it over here. Now we will drag this to the end of the clips. I actually have more to add, but I'll get to that much later. I think it's around 140. 4 and 10 minutes, in some cases 15, of By this point, we know what's going on. Now, granted, you know, no internet back then, so sometimes people had to be told the story of what was going on. But honestly, other than knowing the main character Jason, it's not really anything to know, you know? It's a slasher film. So, I mean, each one, while they tend to follow one after the other, actually there's a 5-year gap between number 1 and number 2. But after that, between 2 and 4, it's basically day after day after day. So, I don't know. Anyway, annoying but tolerable. So anyway, we go from such an epic title screen to what I consider probably the best cinematography in the entire series. This shot is really good. I can't show too much of it, of course, because of fair use. Give me 1 second. I'm going to switch to something different. Maybe I can see it on my regular. Oh, what message is that? Sorry, I'm getting... Cancel. Hopefully I'm still in there. Trying to see it on a normal browser. There we go. Much better. Okay. I'll just show you a little clip, but it's really, what's the word? Make sure this can be heard. Okay. I'll just show you a little clip, but it's okay. It can be score. What's the word? All right, now we actually have the stream where I want it. Amazing. Now I can concentrate on actually editing again. Let's pop the chat out a little bit. My title is not good. Well, it won't let me update my title, but whatever. So here we go. Back to editing. I'm looking for ambitious for a movie like this with no budget. It's one long-range shot. It's probably close to a minute long. And for anyone who knows anything about movies and cinematography, it's very difficult to get a busy scene lined up and do it all in one continuous take. Let me go ahead and add a clip there. This is actually a really long clip. Busy scene lined up and do it all in fact, let me do it back here. A clip, but it's really, what's the word I'm looking for? Ambitious for a movie. Cinematography in the entire series. Between 2 and 4, it's basically day after day after day. So, I don't know. Anyway, annoying but tolerable. So anyway, we go from such an epic title screen to what I consider probably the best cinematography in the entire series. Let's go ahead and put a bit of the clip here. Oops. Not easy. Sometimes this will cut all of them. It's just hard to tell when it will. Okay, I think this is the clip part of it. Let's go ahead and do 10 seconds of this. So we're going to do 13, 20, so we need, what, 23, 20? We'll just cut it right there. All right, so I wonder if I can edit the title now from here. I think I just liked my own thing. Sorry about that. Where is... Let's see if it lets me edit my title. Oops. This has been very cumbersome, to say the least. and see if that works. All right, so let's go back to let's go back to it, see if I can see it. Okay. Okay, we're back. Okay, hey, I got title changed over. Oh man, we are just making mega progress here. Look at that. All right. All right, let me go ahead and update one more thing real fast. Let's see if that works. All right, wasn't pleased with my look there. Social media is such a finicky thing. All right, so I should do next. All right, so let me just update my adoring public real fast. Sorry, this will be done in just 1 second. Probably should have done this before, right? All right, here we go. Let's see. All right, there we go. Broadcasting for all the world to see. Okay, where was I? Their series. Movie clips, adding in. This shot is really good. I can't show too much of it, of course, because of fair use and all. I'll just show you a little clip, but it's really, really, what's the word I'm looking for? Ambitious for a movie like this with no budget. It's one long-range shot. It's probably close to a minute long. Which one is this? Oh, that's when they're leaving. Okay. So I've already done about 10 seconds of that. Let's skip over to here. Okay, we'll get rid of that. And we'll do about 10 more seconds here. See, we got 3903. So 4903, or as close as we can get. $49.07, that's too far. $49.03 exact. Let's make sure that looks normal. Oh yeah, let's go ahead and fade it too. So you want to fade out toward the end of the scene because it gets kind of abrupt. Like switch over from clip to live or my video. And for anyone who knows anything about movies and cinematography, it's very difficult to get a busy scene lined up and do it all in one continuous take. obviously they probably couldn't do it too many different times because once again, the director's commentary in this is pretty hilarious because they keep telling you about how bad the budget was and the execs would just pull the plug on all their ideas because they didn't want to put any money into it. We're talking later on. There's a part in there where he mentions that they didn't want to buy a bigger tent for the scene where they're both sitting in the tent. I'll go ahead and add it right now. There was a tent scene here. I'm not gonna add all of it. So let's see, get rid of this. I don't think that's 10 seconds, is it? 2014. Nope. Okay, we'll fade that. About a second and a half, second. Meet it in the middle there. All right, so let's see how that transition looks. Want to buy a bigger tent for the scene where they're both sitting in the tent. That's not the exact scene I was referencing there, but this will do. It's a tent, damn it. So the tent they got was really small, and they had to like stick the camera right up in the actors' faces because the studio exec would not shell out $150 for a bigger tent. So yeah, that's what they were up against. But anyway, let's see. Look for a sound effect there. I can't remember if there's I was thinking since there was money there. Let's see if we have something for like a cash register or something. I don't think I do. I'm not going to bother importing it, but let's see. I don't think I have anything. Nope. Oh well, okay. The scene's really good, man. It's like, it starts off with a helicopter spotlight coming down, and it meanders through basically the set of the last movie, and then finally winds up upon Jason. Okay, let's go ahead and continue with the long cut scene. I'm not going to show the whole damn thing, but... So let's reverse engineer this one. So we got... I don't care about him getting covered. You know, just explain that he's dead. So let's do 43:19. Cut it right there. Cut it right there. Let's see how close we're getting. This is going to be over 10 seconds, I think, but 51:11. So we need to go 01. Yeah, we got to cut it really hard. $51:13. Getting closer. See what fun this is? All right, so 51:13. It's just a... Nope, I'm under it now. Let's see. 51:11. Okay, I'm good. So once again, we'll fade that. About 1 minute 16 seconds, or 1 second, 1 second and 16 milliseconds, whatever. So okay, let's take a look. Make sure it looks good with the cut that I do. Down there in the barn. So it's real good. A lot going on. Vehicles moving around. People are walking around doing their jobs, and the lighting and all that had to be just right. And it's probably very difficult to light this scene. As like I said, it's a long distance and you don't see any lighting, and it's pretty good panning shots. You see a lot of the sides of the shot there. Apparently they managed just by putting the crane. So apparently of the sides. Cut it right there. Of the shot there. Apparently they got. Nope. Of the shot there. That's where we'll cut it right there. Apparently they got Oops.
Apparently the man...
Drop that down.
Of the shot there. Apparently the managed just by putting the crane, or putting the cameraman on a crane, which was lowered down, and then he stepped off of the Steadicam and kind of walked it the rest of the way.
It's gonna put a shot or a cut of that in there because I don't think I get that in my other ones. Was it this one? No, that's when they're leaving once again. So let's see where the camera lowers down. Oh, I think it already did right here. Oh, I thought there was more. Oh, you know what? I don't have that piece of video at the very beginning of the scene, so we'll just ignore it. Moving on.
Excellent work. And like I said, for a horror movie, it definitely goes above and beyond what they had to do. But excellent work. And like I said, for a horror movie, it definitely goes above and beyond what they had to do. Definitely goes above and beyond what they had to do.
Looked away a little too quick on the end of that. So now I'm kind of watching the video to see what I'm gonna bring up next. I got them all in kind of a particular order. I put it in my software.
We start with
editing software, so it kind of gives me a stream of content. I don't type it up or anything ahead of time, and I just freelance it out there. It's probably not free association is probably a little better word for it, but it just kind of focuses me to see it on the screen over there.
It definitely goes above and beyond what they had to do. We start with a little bit of description of what happened, as I guess the on-site coroner or whoever, or pathologist, not pathologist, but on-site crime scene investigator. That's what I'm looking for.
I think is it into this? No, it's in this clip, right? Yeah, okay, right there.
It's kind of going over what this guy did.
Let's make sure I'm gonna
last night, basically.
Nope.
Last night, basically, for during the events of Friday the 13th, Part 3. And of course, it segues into the last night, basically, for during the events of Friday the 13th, Part 3.
Okay. We'll cut it right there. Put a little of the explanation in here.
Yeah. Time he got 7.
We don't have much time to work with, so we gotta cut out anything extraneous.
Missed the guys believing the wet stuff? Yeah. Time he got 7 kids and 3 bikers. This time they got him.
That should be good right there. Where are we at there? 5922. Plenty. All right, let's go ahead and fade it.
Friday the 13th, Part 3.
Missed the guys believing the wet stuff? Yeah. Time he got 7 kids and 3 bikers. This time they got him.
And of course, it segues into the obligatory jump scare, of which there's a few in this movie.
Go ahead and add it right now. Let's see, it's when the hand drops down. Okay. It's right around here somewhere. Oops. All right, let's see here. So where are we at? 1322. Plenty. And under there, plenty. All right, so let's fade it, of course. It gets old doing this over and over and over again. Ain't gonna lie.
In this movie.
Clearing my old throat there. All right. Moving right along. All right, so we're going to...
From here, we follow Jason's body to the morgue. There's several scenes that kind of allude to Jason being not quite deceased, but this kind of segues into probably the funniest character, or not even probably the funniest character in this movie. That's Axel, played by Bruce Mahler.
Okay, let's go ahead and throw a picture of him there. I think I pulled one earlier. Yeah, there he is. All right. So we will give that an intro.
And boy, is he's something. You can't even describe this guy. You got to just, I'll show you a little bit of him here, but I mean, just you got to see this guy in his entirety to appreciate the job that Bruce did with him. So kudos. It's too bad he couldn't be in the movie long. This guy, you got to just, I'll show you a little bit of him here, but I mean, just you got to see this guy in his entirety. And describe this guy. You got to just, I'll show you a little bit of him here, but
It's gonna be a tough cut there.
just, I'll show you a little bit of him here.
There, I think I got it that time. All right, so we're going up to Axel stuff.
Here, sign it.
Okay.
Sign it. This your last? Got one more over there.
The whole scene's pretty funny, but I'll just cut it right there. Let's see, because I don't want to get over 10 seconds. Let's see, 48:23. I think we're good. Better watch it. I might need to cut a little more.
Sign it.
Let's drop this down a little bit so it's easier to work with. There we go. See.
This your last? Got one more over there.
Let's cut it right there just to be safe. All right. So where are we at now? 15. It's 48:23. Still have to cut it some more, I think. Yeah, damn it. Be right here. I can get rid of it a little bit.
Sign it.
Maybe right there. It's gonna be kind of abrupt, but
Sign it.
yeah. All right, let's fade it out. 116 is fine.
This your last? Got one more over there.
But I mean, just you got to see this guy in his entirety to appreciate the job that Bruce did with him. So
We'll also throw in, I got another picture of him as the rabbi, whatever, in Seinfeld. Let's see. Oh, he's also been in a couple of things, yeah. So let's see, we'll just do that one from the left there.
kudos. It's too bad he couldn't be in the movie longer, but you know, he's like the meteorite flying across the sky. He flashes brightly, but very fast. But very fast.
Cut it right there. Clear the old throat. We don't want to be seeing that, so we will edit that right the hell out here in a second.
Of course.
Alright, so find out where I start. That looks about right. Fortunately, I didn't get my mannerism right there, but whatever. It'll be close enough. Close enough for government work.
Of course, Axel, being the horn dog cag that he is, has a bit of a liaison here with a very attractive nurse.
That's a pretty good cut right there. I do believe. Let's just watch it a few
Who
seconds
meets
more.
him in the morgue for fun time.
No.
Who meets him in the morgue for fun time.
Alright, so right there. We'll cut it right there. Okay, down we go. Now I got a lot out of this scene, so we will do... Good enough. Freaking Axel, man. He's a hoot. Alright, we'll cut it right there. Let's see. How long are we looking at here? 24:16, I think. 24:15. Okay, we gotta cut a little bit more. Let's just actually cut it like right there. Extraneous kissing we don't need. Let's see. So what are we at there? 24:15. Still got to give a little bit. Oh no, I should be good. I'll just cut it right there just to be safe. Better to come in a little bit under. Alright, let's fade that one. Okay, let's see how it looks.
Interesting dynamic they got going on there. This kind of leads into her skedaddling because there's another jump scare that makes you think he's alive.
Okay, I know it's in here. Right there. Okay. he goes on this really long like stream of consciousness swearing. It's actually kind of funny. I can't include it all, of course. Let's see. Where are we at here? Okay, so 43:22. Okay, plenty. Comes in plenty under. Fade it. Okay.
You think he's alive.
That would freak somebody out.
And she vacates to leave him alone to make it easier. There's a really cool scene here where he's loading Jason into the refrigeration unit, you know. And the very last shot, you see just a little smoke coming out of his mouth.
Very cool scene. Let's see here. Right there. Cut that right there. How long is this? So 9:12. Okay, coming way under. Fade it. Probably add an arrow here. Okay, there we go. Let's go ahead and add this text. Now, this will be going away, but we need the text for a shape. Shape of the arrow. Let's put it at an angle. People tend to notice it more. Should make it red for Jason. Yeah, yellow pops more. Actually, I'll just make it green. There we go. All right, so that should pop in at the right time. There we go. Okay. It's already faded, so we're good to go. Onward.
On the exhale, like it's supposed to be cold in there. So that's really creepy and cool. I like how they did that. Apparently they did that shot because they couldn't get a refrigerated unit. Once again, budget. So they he just took a big toke of a cigarette and then released the smoke out, blew the smoke out at the end of that scene. So pretty cool. I like when they do simple fixes for little shots like that. So yeah.
Okay, there's this.
Yeah. Like that. So for little shots like that. So yeah. So,
let's see if that lines up all right. Not too jarring, hopefully.
So unfortunately, the Lothario Axel has to meet his demise, but at least he does it doing what he loves.
It's in this. Freaking brutal, man. Try to get the cut just right. All right, how long is this thing? Probably too long. So we got what, 47:16. Oh, we should be good. Oh yeah, plenty good. All right, so we will fade that out, of course. A lot of repetition in this stuff, so let's see how it segues in.
And man, we kick off this movie.
Too much of a pause there. Let's get rid of some of that dead air.
And man, we kick off this movie with a brutal kill. Let's talk about that a little bit in this episode.
Save up.
Jason is pissed. I think he gets mad about being getting put out of the game for even a one night and letting one of them get away. I guess I don't know what it is, but he has no chill in this movie, man. His kills are brutal. Both Axel and the poor nurse scene here are definitely seen here.
It's gonna put it right there. This is gonna be a little bit loud. Why is that green? Maybe right here. All right, so we'll have to cut this scene down for sure. Well, let's see. How long are we looking at here? 22:08. Oh, yeah. Way, way, way long. Now we're looking 22:08. Oh, wait. We should be way low. Let's see. 22:08. Okay, we're way down. All right. No problems. Let's see how the transition
Here.
looks.
Are definitely on the very bad end of Jason's anger. So this is not something you see in other movies. Even in Third, when he was pretty brutal, he was kind of mechanical about things. In this one, he grunts a little bit, and you can see him quivering a little bit, and he's angry. And so that was Ted White.
Let's throw a picture of Ted White in here. We'll throw this version on here. Let's go this one. Try to change him up every now and then.
I think it was his idea to portray him as a little more aggressive and a little more, not so much vengeful, but just, I don't know, angry. But we'll get into more of that later.
Okay, looks like I'm moving on to my next piece.
More of that later.
It's gonna be a bad transition because I'm moving, but whatever.
So
Too bad I can't like fade out
that later.
the bottom piece.
So we cut over and meet the main family, the protagonist family in this movie. That's the Jarvises. Mom, Big Sis, and little Tommy Jarvis.
I think this scene. I thought that I had that one will do, but I thought I had a different scene pulled. That's all right. All right, so let's go back here, find out my point here.
Big Sis and little Tommy Jarvis.
I'm just cutting right there. Okay. Let's find a good spot with all of them in there.
Challenge him to a game of Zaxxon. Did you hear any more about the place next door?
Mm-hmm. It's been rented by some kids.
Great. How many?
6.
Well, it'd be nice to have some company.
What's
Zaxxon. Did you hear any?
get rid of that. Zaxxon comment here.
Did you hear any more about the place next door?
Mm-hmm. It's been rented by some kids.
Great. How many?
6.
It's probably good.
Well, it'd be nice to have some company.
Looks kind of like Jerry Ryan there, doesn't she? All right, so let's see here. Where are we at editing wise? Let's see. 12:07. So I get it at 22:07 or less. Oh, I think I just came in. Yep. So let's just double check that. 12:07. 22:07. Oh yes, I come underneath. Thank you very much for your use. I'm good. It's so much easier if I do this in 10-second increments. Let's see how my transition looks.
Did you hear any more about the place next door?
Mm-hmm. It's been rented by some kids.
Great. How many?
6.
Well, it'd be nice to have some company.
Forgot to turn up the volume gain on some of these, especially in the one they're just talking.
more about the place next
That's
door?
better.
It's been rented by some.
Two of the characters get, you know, a decent amount of airtime. One of them is Kimberly Beck.
Let's see. I got a picture of Kimberly down here. Let's do a up down.
Trish, one of the final girls in this movie, as Big Sister, and in his very first, I believe, on-screen role, we have none other than Corey Feldman as Tom.
Did I not pull a picture of? I think I was having a hard time. Okay. We'll just use this one. We'll just do down on that one.
And as Tommy Jarvis. So, wow. Getting back to 1984, by the way. So this is pre-Goonies, pre-everything, before he really made his mark. So, you know, Trish is an alright character. She's kind of stilted and wooden. She does play a good scream queen later on. And she's a pretty good final girl at the end, but up until then, it's kind of first day of acting school. No, I'm not trying to be mean about it. I just, they don't give her a lot to do, so I don't really think it's completely her fault. Of course, Corey Feldman is a really good child actor. He's got nuance, even though he's kind of annoying in this movie. It's just the writing. It's not anything against him. I mean, they wrote a little kid, and so he had to behave like a little kid, you know. But he's real good. He's much better than the standard child actor. So apparently there was a lot of tension on this set with the director and Mr. Feldman. So apparently Mr. Feldman had a rather bad attitude, according to Ted White, who plays Jason, throughout the screening here. But you know, I mean, he's like so young. I mean, it's hard. You feel for the kid. And he's working nonstop, you know, and then taking school or whatever during the daytime. So, you know, what's going to happen? I don't know. But anyway. What's going to happen? I don't know. But anyway.
Just cut it right there.
So we.
I'll read just a little bit more, and then I'll go ahead and call it. Russ, what's going on, my friend? You're where the action is. I believe, aren't the Mega Powers streaming right now?
Anyway, so we meet the other batch of Jason Candy coming down the road, stuffed into a great big old station wagon, which I dig. I like that.
I think I have some footage of that. Basically, you're watching me edit right now one of my Friday the 13th videos, actually. Was it in here? Or just this, just the kill? Yeah, it's just the kill. We need to get the... This might be one of the pieces of footage that didn't come through for some reason. No, that's not it. There was, maybe in this scene, toward the end, I think I had some of the car. No, this one? The heck with it. The weather. There you go. They're a little
Reeks of old road
though.
trips, you know. Basically, the new group of teens, most of them are kind of faceless and bland. Some of them don't get really much of any screen time, or if they do, there's like almost no dialogue, so you don't learn a whole lot about these people. But a couple of the standout ones that actually have some airtime are Jimmy.
Okay, that's going to be a Jimmy picture. Mr. Crispin Glover. Bam. So let's make him, how big's the picture? We'll do a zoom in and out because this doesn't fill up all the edges here. So what's the word for North Carolina?
Who is played by Crispin Glover. Lawrence Monason, who plays Teddy.
Teddy. Here he is. This one's a little bit smaller, so I'll do a different intro. Let's just do a flip up here.
Teddy.
Oops, got a false start there. So we will get rid of that. Cut it right there. You should be able to see me put a piece of video in here.
And Barbara Howard, who plays Sarah. Those three.
Okay, we'll cut this one down to 4 seconds. Sarah. There's Miss Sarah. Actually, let's find out where I say it exactly.
And Barbara Howard, who plays Sarah.
Okay, we'll add it right here. Okay, that one's another mid-size, so we will move this one to the lower. And it should fill up the screen a little better.
Sarah. Those three, I think, get the most.
Fourth one's pretty good.
I don't know, character building, I guess you would say. You learn a little.
I bought this set. I don't know if you actually want to buy it or not, but I bought the 8-movie collection. I think it was like $20. Might have been less than that. So it's got 1 through 8 on there with some pretty nice bonus stuff at the end, director's commentary and things like that.
A little more makes him tick. You know, there's one girl in there who her whole gestalt is, you know, just being the town bicycle, you know.
Okay, that was her. What was her name in this? It was there she is. And we can just do. We'll do a photo spin. Let's do something a little different, shall we? All right, here we go.
No, but she didn't. None of them played anything badly. It's just that some of them didn't have a lot to work with. Crispin Glover and Lawrence Monason, otherwise known as Teddy and Jimmy, have kind of the antagonistic friend kind of dynamic going on.
Once again, smaller, so we'll just do that.
Crispin plays a pretty decent part. He's kind of vulnerable and open to suggestion and very self-conscious. Not much confidence in his makeup. And then you got Teddy, the overcompensating douchebag. I couldn't wait for this guy to get it. Unfortunately, he lasted a long time. Once again, that's probably the actor just doing what's written. Man, he was annoying. He was not a sympathetic character at all. He was just a jackass. Yeah, I'm sure most of the crowd was happy to see him go. But everyone knows someone like this guy, you know, the big shit talker who has never really done anything he's talking about, you know. He thinks he's God gives to women, and no, he's not.
Maybe something here. Now I think about it.
I think when we get into town, I should give Betty a call. Ted.
Okay, yeah, there's a scene I should be putting in there. So where was I?
Yeah, I'm sure most of the crowd was happy to see him go.
Let's just add it right there. All right, so we're putting some video in now. So we're taking this up a notch. Let's see.
Ted.
Check out that Walkman, man. That's actually really early. This is 84. I don't remember Walkmans coming around that early.
think when we get to town, I should call Betty. Jimbo, calling Betty is definitely a dead fuck thing to do. I think when we...
Okay. Let's see, we'll cut that.
I think when we get to town, I should call Betty. Jimbo, calling Betty is definitely a dead fuck thing to do.
Getting these under 10 seconds is difficult sometimes. So what do we got here? We are at 57:05. So we can't go over. Okay, we kept it under. Let's fade it out at the end. Now let's just make sure. Yeah, we have come almost a full second. Let's see how it sounds.
I think when we get to town, I should call Betty. Jimbo, calling Betty is definitely a dead fuck thing to do.
But everyone knows someone like this guy, you know, the big shit talker who has never really done anything he's talking about, you know. He thinks he's God gives to women, and no, he's not.
Bad enunciation here.
Barbara Howard as Sarah was really, I think, pretty good and vulnerable.
Got a picture of her down here. Looking fly. That's a smaller one, so I will actually to the left it and move it over. It's kind of a grainy shot. Sometimes you pull these pictures, you can't
She
tell.
played the good girl who just comes into her own and blossoms into womanhood out there by Crystal Lake. Once again, she wasn't getting a ton to work with, but she did get a little bit of character trait building.
I think I had a scene with her. But I don't remember where. No, it's after the fact. No, not that one. I might not have pulled it. Exciting, isn't it? Yeah, it looks like I didn't. Oh well.
And while it's obvious that she's acting because of some of the longer pauses that they build in for dramatic effect, she does real well with it. And I like her. She seems vulnerable and naive, and I like her. So, good job, Barbara. So from there on, we get Jason. Somehow he gets out of the hospital. Apparently, we find out later that they've never found the bodies in the hospital. Somehow, there's gotta be blood everywhere, but whatever. Apparently, he hid them somewhere. I don't know. But anyway, he's on his way back to Crystal Lake, of course, and he runs across the handy dandy hitchhiker going to Canada. So once again, we get to see Jason angry. Jason did not have his coffee this morning. Jason, got docked extra pay at the factory for coming in late for a shift or something. I don't know, but he definitely takes it out on this poor hitchhiker.
All right, it's a good place for the clip. I think it's down here. Here she is. Okay, this is a 14-second clip, right? So we're gonna have to kill 4 seconds of it. Okay, right there. We'll cut it right there. Let's see how long we're looking at now. So we are at 37:01. So you have to get down to 47:01 or less. Okay, we definitely got to cut some more. We'll just cut it right there. That should be enough. 37:01. Still not there. Just cut it right there too. That's got to get it. Oh, it's no fun. I mean, I kind of like it. I kind of zone out. Usually I'm having to talk and walk my way through it, but It's such a pain in some things. Like these, you have to keep these under 10 seconds, or else you get copyright claimed. So if they were ever, not like I'm ever going to do it, but if I was ever the point where I could make money on these, I would not make any money on these. It would just go directly to the copyright owner. So you got to keep the scenes under 10 seconds or less for fair use. So say 3701, still a tad long. Sometimes you really got to cut stuff you don't want to cut. Okay, we're underneath now, so I'll turn that one up a little bit. It's not too loud, and we'll fade that one out. And let's see how it looks.
Here. I mean, you hear.
Okay, so that's a little too much of a pause at the end, though. Let's get rid of that.
I mean, you hear him back there just exerting effort. It's like, oh man, this is not the man with whom to mess with. Let's just say that for this movie.
Should get the line from Alien Resurrection where what was it? Ron Perlman's like, I am not the man with whom to fuck. That was kind of what I was thinking to say there, but I don't like to do that in my videos.
Movie.
Okay, I think we cut it right there. Looks like I look over for my cue. You gotta be careful about music in the background. Music that you edit in. You gotta be careful if the TV's playing, because the algorithm just searches for words. And of course, if you're telling too much of a story or showing too long of bits of a movie. I've had videos being claimed on me even though I've gone through this process, so it doesn't always work.
After the obligatory teenagers going out for a skinny dip scene, of which Tommy has walked by, a lot of times there's nudity in this movie and Tommy is present to see it. Of course, he wasn't there because he was underage. He was just talking or emoting to a camera, but disturbing in its own right, but kind of cute, how sister tries to protect him and mom tries to protect him from all that stuff. But we established that for some reason a faulty solenoid will make a car stop. I've never heard this before. I've started cars many times by arcing the solenoid, but whatever, it's a horror movie. But anyway, the car stalls, which leads us into meeting one of the next protagonists, and that's Rob, who's played by Eric Anderson.
There's a good one there.
And that's
I have a problem with Rob for some reason. I lock up, I guess. Let's see.
Rob.
There we go. So I gotta get that one really close. Okay, right there. And hopefully that looks somewhat normal.
And that's Rob, who's played by Eric Anderson. Rob, they set him up
Big
to
Roger,
look like
what's
the
going on?
obligatory mount. Rob, who's played by Eric Anderson.
Okay, we'll cut it right there. Throw a movie clip in there. It's time to have a clip. You have to have the clip pretty regular, right? Or you lose your audience. Here we go. Poor Tommy having to fix the car. I like how Corey Feldman's here is telling him how to fix it. The kid's like 8 and he knows how to fix a solenoid. But see, this is where the movie's stupid because it has the car stall out while it's driving, and then he thinks it's a solenoid. What the hell does that have to do with the car running?
Look it, I've tried everything already. The only thing it could be is a solenoid. If you had a screwdriver.
Okay, we'll cut it right there where he pulls the boot knife. Now, I'll put that footage in a little bit later, probably. He's ready to freaking gut Tommy there.
Okay, give it a crank.
Now, I've done this before. Not with a knife. I use a screwdriver or whatever. So how long are we looking at here? 41:24. way too long. He pulls a knife for a while, so let's get rid of some seconds of that. There we go. Isn't this exciting, guys? Okay, so 41:24, 41:23, 41:24. You get down to 51:24. Bam. Get rid of that extraneous bit. Let's fade it out. All right, so here we go. One transition, go.
Okay, give it a crank.
Rob, they set him up to look like the obligatory mountain man. You know, he's got his tucked in flannel and he's got a knife in his boot and he's got his big hiker's pack on with his rifle and he's gonna go out hunting, right?
It's actually a funny thing in here. I'll be editing it in shortly. Let's see. Of course, it gives you a stupid jump scare there too. Scares the hell out of him. Looks like. All right, let's see. So we will do. Good enough. All right, don't have to think about that one too hard. So where are we at? 619. Okay, we came in way under, so.
Right. But he gets him back on the road, and Trish is.
Yeah, I call Menrog by his channel name. Some people don't care, like Kenny over at Comic Head. So I try to keep the mystique up.
Obviously smitten with the guy already because she's like, all right, get in the car. And the man with a knife in his friggin' hand.
I don't think I have any of that scene, do I? Oh, I do, I think. Yeah, I do.
With a knife in his friggin' hand. I'll take you where you're gonna go. In fact, I'll take you back to the house.
Where is it? Right here, I think. At the end of this one. She's enamored early.
You need a lift?
All right, so fade that one out a little bit.
In fact, I'll take you back to the house.
You need a lift?
This is further compounded by some very awkward dialogue that goes on in the car. Well, the guy's, I don't know if he's supposed to be a red herring here of sorts, or the writers weren't paying much attention to what was his line was, but it's like, it makes it sound like he's out looking for kids to butcher or something.
Here, this is kind of hilarious. All right, so I think it's, how long is this scene? 15 seconds. I'll have to pare it down.
You can't be hunting for bear.
How about kids? Are any kids, vacationers, people like that?
Yeah, a bunch of kids moved in yesterday, right next door to us.
It's all about nuance, right? All right, so let's see. Where are we at here? 5019. Okay, we're going to be way over. We'll just cut it at the funny line.
People like that?
Yeah.
And we'll fade it out.
Or something.
You can't be hunting for bear.
How about kids? Are any kids, vacationers, people like that?
But anyway, yeah, it's neither here nor there.
All right, so sorry, I'm easily amused.
Neither here nor there.
Okay, we'll cut that right there. Getting my cue for my next scene. This one's taking a little while.
Also,
cut it right there. Yeah, he did. Corey didn't get any respect in Hollywood yet. He just went right over him. That bear's watching again.
You can't be hunting for bear.
How about kids? Are any kids, vacationers, people like that?
But anyway, yeah, well, it's neither here nor there. Also, one side note is I'm not sure how old Tommy's supposed to be in this movie, but probably between 8 and 10. And Trish sends him out to fix the car. I mean, that's not the only instance in this movie. They had to try to make him fix the lights in the house.
Yeah, I gotta keep it under 10 seconds.
And Trish sends him out to fix the car.
All right. Damn you, fair use. It makes it so hard. I mean, it's kind of fun editing down, you know, and making it just so it fits, but my goodness, it makes things a pain. Let's see, how long was this clip? 19 seconds. We'll have to cut that one way down.
Can you fix it?
We'll just cut it right there, probably.
Need a screwdriver.
Actually, go.
Need a screwdriver.
Might be able to get there. Corey Feldman's really good, man, for a child actor. Oh, he's a genius in this. He fixes the house lights. He fixes the car lights. Where are we at here? 904. So I have to get it 29 or 1904. Oh yeah, came in way under. We'll turn that volume up because it's kind of low, and we'll fade it, of course. Yep, you're getting inner workings on how I make a video.
The car.
Can you fix it?
Dude's like 8.
Need a screwdriver.
I mean, that's not the only instance in this movie. They had to try to make him fix the lights in the house, like down in the breaker box room.
I don't think I have a clip of that. Maybe? No. It's already a chase scene. Unless it's one of the bottom ones here. Not that. Yeah, I probably don't have it. But she does. She has him go out and... Of course, they leave him alone again, and they tell him to go out and fix the lights at the house. Well, I'm not sure how interesting it is to watch, but...
When everyone leaves him alone repeatedly. I was like, what? Is this kid a whiz kid or what? I know he's good at masks and stuff. We established that here soon. That's his thing. He's like a Tom Savini wannabe. Also, Tom Savini did the effects in this movie.
Let's go ahead and throw a picture there. I think I got some Tom pictures down here. Aye, there we go. There's Tom. I'll do a zoom in on that.
Which is why they're so good. Yeah, I just thought that was kind of funny. The poor kid, he knows what a solenoid is, so he's obviously a mechanical genius. All right, so now we've gotten all that little bit out of the way. You know, Rob runs off to go camp in the woods, even though he's been invited to stay with Trish, whom they've shown the house to.
All right, so I'm going to have a new background here. Time to switch over. Where's my backgrounds? Some of these are pictures, some of these are video. That's my footage, my raw footage. That's my intro. I need to put that toward the beginning. Okay, here we go. Let's go ahead and just... Where am I at? 18 minutes? Okay, oh. Way short. Okay. Whoa, let go. I hate when I do that. Too far. sorry about that. Okay, so I need to start right there.
All right, so now we've gotten all that little bit out of the way. You know, Rob runs off to go camp in the woods, even though he's been invited to stay with Trish, whom they've shown the house to.
I don't think I have any footage of that either. Let's see. I tend to focus more on the action scenes. There may be something here. No, just a car. It's going right up into the house. Huh. There's Jimmy's dance. We'll get to that one in a bit.
We've shown the house to.
Okay, so see how that is really jarring? How it just kind of bam like that. So I usually do a transition. Let's go ahead and do a dissolve. Looks a little more natural with these kind of setups.
They've shown the house to this random stranger hitchhiker with weaponry, but I guess he's a good guy and he's attractive enough to Trish, so bring him on home to show Mom. So we're moving on. So the teen is nightfall now.
Okay, I don't like that cough.
Enough to Trish, so bring him on home to show Mom.
We'll get rid of that. I'm not a human being. I don't cough, burp, nothing. So look when I start to enunciate, and then cut, and then move over.
So we're moving on. So the teen is nightfall now. Teens are starting to ramp up the party, and so what better way to ramp up the party in is than to put on some music and
here we go.
Let's just say bust out some dance moves that are sure to attract those of the opposite sex.
Time for the legendary dance scene. All right, let's see. Okay. I won't be able to show it in all of its glory. The greatest travesty in this universe. I have to cut this clip now. Let's see. 2418. Oh, might have it. Let's make sure. 2418 for sure. I'm underneath. Ain't nothing to it. And we'll turn that one up a little bit and still fade it. Okay, so let's see. We have much to learn from this man.
Fun fact here is that supposedly this is actually...
I had a little pause there. I don't like that. I'll just cut a couple tenths of a second off of that.
Fun fact here is that supposedly this is actually, while it's ad-lib, this is supposedly how Crispin danced out there in LA and some of the clubs out there, and he had his own peculiar style. Hey man, each their own. It stands out. You wouldn't remember some other nonsense, you know, standard dance. You remember his dance very well. He's a legend. And he went on to have somewhat of a pretty good film career after this, so...
That was the most epic dance scene ever recorded. Flashdance, Saturday Night Fever has nothing on this.
Apparently he was actually dancing to AC/DC in the background, not the song that you hear on the movie.
Oop, getting ready to cough like a madman. Let's see.
Background, not the song that you hear on the movie.
Cut out my cough here. And my cue.
So...
Hope this doesn't take the mystique out for anybody. Think that I just do all this in one take. Well, I mean, it's all one take, but... This will probably look a little weird, but whatever.
On the movie. So now that it's been 10 minutes or so, we need to start getting some bodies falling. So, you know, off we go. You know, we got the angry girl runs out, and everyone likes to skinny dip at night by themselves, you know, in dark waters. It's very, very fascinating. But she goes out there and Much to her chagrin, the man she wants to come out and meet her is not him. And this leads into, well, a fairly brutal scene that was cut extensively after it was shot. And unfortunately, what's left, her facial expression is a little bit weird, but I mean, I guess, how else do you do it?
Probably put it right there. All right, it's time to see Samantha. Get it? Screw you, Paul.
Screw you, Paul.
Okay, maybe I'll get this whole thing in here. So where are we at? 4819. Oh yeah, we come in way under. I don't think I need to turn that volume up. It'll be loud. All the kill scenes always are. Prepare thyselves. Oops, I got a little extra Teddy footage there. We gotta get rid of that. Let's get this really small. Get down frame by frame. We'll cut it right there. I don't want to see Teddy's mug at all. Roger, you remember this movie well?
So apparently this is another example of a lot of tension on the set. Apparently it was like 40 degrees outside, and the water is freaking freezing. And this poor actress was out there for hours.
What the heck was I pausing there for? I know what's going on.
Hours. There for hours.
Wow. There for a long time, too. Let's see.
Just for her contribution to that alone, we'll go ahead and let you know who she is. That's Judy Anderson.
I already put a picture of her up. I think I have two, though. Yeah, this is one of the better ones. Oh. I guess I can show this one. It's a great shot there, isn't it? All right, so we'll do down and up.
Anderson. Or no, is it?
Oh, look at that. A little too small. I'm at the...
Or no, is it?
Still got a little bit of bottom show in there.
That's Judy Aronson. No, is it? Anderson.
It's Judy Aronson, not Anderson.
Let you know who she is. That's Judy alone. We'll go ahead and let you know who she is. That's let you know who she is. That's Judy Anderson. That's...
This might sound a lot. This one's going to give me a little bit of trouble.
We see that's Judy Aronson playing.
I don't think I can fix it any better. Let's see. I'll get it down really small.
That's Judy. Like, you know who she is.
That's about as good as I can get it, I think.
That's Judy Aronson playing Samantha. Yes, apparently she was out so long in the water that she wound up getting and being wet out there in this raft. She actually got hypothermia.
Jason Takes Manhattan. I got 4 more movies and I'll get to it.
And Ted White, the man who plays Jason in it.
Okay, Ted White. He has been called. So we'll do an up. It's not a full-size shot. I don't know, it's too big. Let's do that one.
He's also a stunt guy. Of old, he threatened to quit. He was having it out with the director, Joe Zito, and so apparently it got pretty tense there. But, you know, she's a trooper. She finished the scene. And from then on out, another guy, her boyfriend, comes out and decides to go make up for it, but he goes for a swim too, so I don't know how long he was in the water, but he was out there wet too.
I don't need to put swim stuff in there.
And unfortunately, just when he makes it back to shore, he is has one of the most gruesome deaths in the series just visited upon him. This one's wince-inducing.
Actually, I was talking to Medrock a little bit earlier about this, and I'm actually not too hard on Jason X. I think it's a fun little guilty pleasure movie. It's actually one of the better ones, if you ask me. If you can just take your tongue in cheek, you know. Where was I? Oh yeah.
In the series just visited upon him. This one's wince-inducing.
Here we go. Grab your junk, boys. This one always hurts to watch. Okay, here. How long? We got 9:24. Wait, how long was that? Okay, 9 seconds, 24, so we gotta get 19. Oh yeah, we're coming way under. Okay, let's see how we looking.
This one's wince-inducing. I mean, that's hard to watch, isn't it? I mean, as a man, for me, that's really hard to watch, you know. But
yeah, Jason X, man, that was, like I said, it's an underappreciated gem. It never took itself seriously. And actually, I think they set it that far in the future, in that it wouldn't screw up the continuity to anything else they released that was happening before that. So they figured if we set it 400 years or 200 years in the future, whatever, we can make plenty of movies in between, then not to worry about having to retcon anything.
Yeah, once again, remember, Jason has no chill. I will say that, man, well, in most Friday the 13th movies is like this, but Jason has some great teleportation skills. He knows where everyone's going to be in this. Maybe a little more in this one than some other ones. He just happens to be in the right place at the right time all the time. So, and it's funny though, we see him later on in the movie, not much later on, as chronological goes, and he's bone dry. So, also find it funny that the raft was still floating by the time the guy swam out there, since it was completely punctured and sliced up. I mean, those things tend to lose air fast. But hey, who's looking at this stuff, right? I'm overthinking things.
Leprechaun in space. Yeah, he should have met with Jason X in space. And also Pinhead in Bloodraiser Hell Bloodlines. He was in space too. I don't think Freddy's been out there yet, or Michael Myers, but.
So during the party, one of the, I'll call them the Doublemint twins, wants to go out and leave. One of them is upstairs with Jimmy.
Doublemint twins.
During the party, one of the, I'll call them the Doublemint twins.
Got a picture of them down there. Let us add it. it might be 2.
Wants to go out and leave. One of them is upstairs with Jimmy. Jimmy's seductive raven dance or whatever seems to have won the day. But yeah, this one sister wants to go home, so she's going to go riding home even in the middle of a thunderstorm on her bicycle. And fun fact, if you look up really closely in the window, you can see the sister or whoever it is up there kind of look down on her to make sure she's getting out.
I think I might have that footage, but I'm not totally sure. Let's see. No. I must have cut it before then. Oh well, I don't worry about it. Oops.
Interesting. I mean, I never really noticed that before. This leads into an off-screen death. One of the few off-screen deaths in this. I think there's only 2. One of them's completely off-screen, but I really like the way they do it in this one. It's just like a silhouette kind of death that lines up with a lightning strike. I'm sure a lot of people just want to see the gore. I don't care about the gore and stuff. That is not what moves me to watch a horror movie or whatever. But I like this one a lot. It's actually one of my favorite kills in the movie. It's got style oozing out of it, and it once again makes you wince because you hear the little crunch and you kind of see her jerk and all that as he shoves his harpoon or whatever it is through her.
How long is this clip? 17 seconds, so I'll have to cut some of the, that looks like the ending of it. Just cut it right there, I think. Let's see how long we're looking at now. Okay, 6:11. Gotta definitely cut some of this. So 6:11. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I'm sure there's more interesting things to be watching. Man, I still haven't got enough. We'll cut a little bit on each end. This one will turn up a little bit because all you hear is thunder sounds. Fade it out. It's mostly just repetition.
Through her. But
I don't know. I've always liked.
Then he sticks her to a wall, and no one actually hears that. But because they're all watching films inside, don't ask me.
It's like you don't have to have gore to make a good kill, you know.
Don't ask me.
Okay, let's cut it right there. Clear my throat a lot, don't I? I do the same thing on live stream. I can't help it. I used to sing with a band, and it's a real bad problem with me, man. I start getting like, I don't know, phlegm or something in my throat when I talk a lot, or even exert my voice, and so I'm always clearing my throat. It's really annoying.
Well, in a post-coital moment of braggadocio, Jimmy goes downstairs, kind of makes a jackass of himself, but he does rub it into Teddy. Well, that's worth it. Because Teddy he's not a sympathetic character. He, like, forcefully kisses one of the poor twins in this. He's just a jackass. But anyway, Jimmy wants to celebrate with a glass of wine. What a smooth operator. But yes, he kind of broadcasts his death pretty well. Luckily for the movie, he must suspend some disbelief here, but he manages to die silently, even though he takes a very interesting assortment of tools, at least that are involved in his death.
It's like a good spot for it, right? Let's see, how long is this piece? 16, so I'll have to cut. A lot here.
Hey! Ted! Ted! Hey, Ted, where the hell's the corkscrew?
see, where am I at here? 908. So I'll get rid of the first corkscrew, or the first Ted.
Hey! Ted!
Okay, so 908. Should be underneath there. 1807. 908. Okay, good. Up, fade. Rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat.
Def.
Ted! Hey, Ted, where the hell's the corkscrew?
That's kind of loud. Knock it down just a tad. Yeah, I know, right?
From
From
then
high threshold
on,
for pain.
you know, Teddy is left over. Actually, from there, from there, from then on,
I don't need that.
you know, Teddy is. From there, Jimmy's paramour, she bites the big one. It's a cool scene. I'm not going to show you every death in the movie because I don't want to ruin it for you, but it's a pretty stylistic one. Once again, highlighting Jason's predestination and teleporting skills.
Probably won't show the kill here. I'll just show him grabbing her. Whee! Let's go ahead and just cut it. Let's see, 3503. Yeah, I won't actually show the kill. I'll just show the grab and the throw. Artistic license. Yeah, I know. It's funny. He's about the only guy in this that actually went into lots of other stuff. A couple other people went into soap operas. Yeah, wasn't he a young Marty McFly or something? As I recall. I haven't seen the movie in so long. Yeah, how did Jason get out on that freaking windowsill so fast? It's like Teddy is still in there watching the movie. So he kills Crispin Glover in the kitchen, which is right off of the living room where Teddy's watching the movie. He must go outside, somehow climbs up the house onto the outside stoop, knowing that she's in that room, that she's going to look out that window, waits there, grabs her, throws her out, goes back downstairs, and he takes care of Teddy. Sometimes you just can't look for sense in these movies. All right, so 3503. Okay, coming away. I think I already did the fade out, right? Yep. Okay. So let's see how that looks.
Nation and teleporting skills.
Yeah, he was the younger George. I'm sorry, I forgot, not Marty, but yeah, he was the younger George, right, in the past.
From there, we go to another really cool kill. We're getting really low on teens here. Other than the two in the shower, Sarah and her boy, who has like 2 pieces of dialogue in the movie, so it's not really worth mentioning. Teddy meets his demise in a really interesting scene. It kind of reminds me of the old Swashbuckler movies, you know, when they'll, in the pirate things, where they'll stick the dagger or knife into the sail and then kind of slide down the sail, you know. That's what this one reminds me of. That's what this one reminds me of.
Actually, I'm not sure if I have that one. Oh, you know what? It might be. I think I mislabeled it. My other editing software gets very mad at me when I do multiples. Screen grabs. Don't tell me I have to re-grab this again. Looks like I'm going to have to. you get to see that process too. So I'm going to... Oh, here it is. Here it is. Okay. So we're going to put this in here. And we need to get this down by 5 seconds, right? What the heck? Okay, so where are we at here? 15, 14. 24. 15. Okay, good. I don't know how loud this is to be. I don't need to mess with the volume on that one, so that'll be fine.
But once again, a lot of style, so you gotta dig it. Style, so you gotta dig it.
Cut. Next pause. Look it up. Yeah, that was pretty bad, like raspberry jam. Consistency's all wrong. It's too bright. Maybe it's arterial though. That, of course, that's not coming out of the brain, but.
While all this is taking place.
Okay. I think right there we'll cut. Okay.
Dig it. While all this is taking place.
Welcome back, Russ.
Trish has somehow found Rob's tent, and she's going to look. She knows something's going on, so she goes down there to find Rob, see what kind of answer she can get. A lot of exposition right here, and he does interesting things to welcome her.
This is the scene right here, I think.
What are you trying to do? Kill me?
I'm going to cut this one way down. I might have to get a little creative with the editing on this one. So what do we got here? 24, 7, 34. Oh, it won't be that bad. I'll just get rid of the shadow stock. And then it'll make it pretty easy, I guess. Let's see, 24, 7. Okay, there we go. Let's fade that out. Okay.
What the hell are you doing here?
What are you trying to do? Kill me?
But once again,
Kind of an awkward pause there, so I'll get rid of that. Whoa, 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 whoa. What the heck happened there? Why is there 2 cuts? Must have got click happy.
but once again, a lot of style, so you gotta dig it. While all this is taking place, Trish has somehow found Rob's tent, and she's gonna look. She knows something's going on.
Oh, well, gosh darn it. Oh, man, I bollocked something up bad here. Look at this. All right, going back. Nothing permanent. All that work, I'm gonna have to undo it. I think I was supposed to cut here, right?
things to welcome her.
You think it would make a little more sense, right? But like I said, I don't write these things. I just watch them. I think it was right here, right? See what happens as soon as you screw up.
He does interesting things to welcome her.
Okay, yeah, good. That's better. Cut it right there. So where are we at here? We are at 48:24. So we could definitely cut some of this. All right, so where are we going here? We are 49, 48:24, 58. Okay, looks like we come in underneath. Yep. Let's fade that out. I wonder if I got nailed for copyright on this one. Copyright claim on this one because I had the stuff up on screen for so long.
Welcome her.
I like the hack first.
What the hell are you doing here?
What are you trying to do? Kill me?
Well, she doesn't seem to be too... she doesn't seem to mind too much his behaviors of asking about children and teenagers and being very mysterious and weapon-laden. But anyway, they share some...
I might put it back in there again. Hold on.
Asking about children and teenagers.
Just got to reiterate that one. That scene cracks me up.
You can't be hunting for bear.
How about kids? Are any kids, vacationers, people like that?
Yeah, a bunch of kids moved in yesterday, right next door to us.
All right, so what we got here? C7, 22, 3. Cut it right there. So where we at here? So 723. Close, but I got it. We'll turn that one up a little bit and we'll fade it out slightly. I mean, that's the standard operating procedure for, you know, approaching
Children and teenagers.
In there.
How about kids? Are any kids, vacationers, people like that?
Yeah, a bunch of kids moved in yesterday, right next door to us.
And
of course, we did see. Now, I will say this: there was a scene earlier when Jason's in there breaking his rifle and stuff. So maybe he's kind of freaked out still, but.
being very mysterious and weapon-laden. But anyway, they share some exposition here. And meanwhile, Jason's going to finish off the rest of the teens. Poor Sarah is the last to get it after finding her boyfriend, the one she's in love with. But after their carnal relations. But yeah, she unfortunately bites it. And at this point, there's no one left except for a few of the Jarvises. And of course, Rob, but you know, more on that later. And at this point, there's no one left.
I have to make a weird cut here.
She unfortunately bites it, and at this point, there's no one left except for a few of the Jarvises.
I'll just cut it right there. I found Sarah very attractive. Cut it right there. This runs into another thing I talk about later, this editing. Take care, man. Appreciate you hanging out. Look at this editing right here. It looks like Tommy threw the axe. Okay, cut that right there. Fun fact is when they did this, can't see it too well. See how the wood's blowing out here? Originally, they were just throwing stuff, like pieces of wood or whatever, at the camera, but they switched it over to a air cannon that blew it out. Saw that in the some of the bonus footage on this DVD. It's pretty cool. Okay, so 4519. Okay, we come in way under. All right, so fade out. It's a kill scene, so I probably won't need to turn it up.
Here the Jarvises. And of course, Rob, but you know, more on that later.
Oops, pay attention, Dave.
So something else interesting here, but you know, more on that later.
Cut. Cut. So as you can see, this is not fun. Rather tedious, actually.
More on that later. So something else interesting here. Somehow the power, I guess Tommy fixed the power because the power's back on at the house. But Jason, you know, kind of rips the friggin' phone box off the wall. Tough scenes, by the way. All these scenes are drenched in rain, so they had to bring in rain machines for everything, including all the windows and shadow shots. So that was really difficult. Made things hard to work with. But I did notice it was strange how they stuck like some fingernail, really long, crusty, ugly, thick fingernails, prosthetics on Ted's hands. They weren't there in the last movies.
Okay, let's stick a shot of that in there. What the heck? Was it paused? Okay, we'll just cut it right there. So we're at 2809. Okay, plenty of time. Turn that one up. I don't think anything too exciting is happening.
Movies. So I don't know where those came from. That what the decision was, make him look more monstrous or something. I don't know. But so Jason, once again, he wants to make sure no one else is coming, so he rips the phone strap off the wall, leaving them stranded, as it were. Stranded, as it were.
Cut, cut, cut. So you're getting pretty active on Instagram, Russ. You're really embracing that platform, aren't you? I haven't figured out how to do video and stuff and attach. I haven't figured out how to do hyperlinks on Instagram, and I haven't figured out how to upload video snippets other than shooting just from the phone. I would like to upload my YouTube videos. I've seen other people do it. I'm not sure how they're doing it.
Stranded, as it were. So they leave Tommy alone for the second time to guard the house. It's another famous, horror movie trope. They keep splitting up, but they keep leaving the kid alone. This poor kid, man. He's expected to fix the house, expected to fix the car, and expected to hold the fort against deranged serial killer. While they go off, leaving him there. But they take the dog with them to the house where the teens are basically gone. A really odd choice here is they have Gordon the dog jump out of the window. I don't think it's supposed to be implied that Jason throws him through the window because Jason's in the basement. There's no way he can get down there between the two shots. We'll see here in a minute. But yeah, Gordon jumps out the window, never to be seen again.
I should grab that. Okay. 2837. Oh, pay attention, Dave. 370. Okay, coming in way under.
Again.
Still don't get it.
Maybe he didn't get paid enough, and he was just mad at his agent or whatever. But yeah, Gordon takes a powder.
Oops, pay attention. Here we go.
Gordon takes a powder.
Okay, I'll probably do just a little bit more, and I'm gonna go ahead and call it, because I still have a couple more hours of editing to do here. I won't be uploading tonight.
And
So just trying to be super productive by actually live streaming at the same time as doing some editing.
powder. And down in the basement, Rob makes a mistake of going down there for his pig sticker. You know, he's been down there for a while, and Jason just doesn't do anything until Trisha's watching. But basically, he meets his demise. Some people think this is kind of a funny scene because he keeps, like, well, here.
Hey, gave myself a nice segue. All right. Not that one. Is it this one? Okay, it's this one right here. So 803. I come underneath. Wow. 803. Wow. I'll turn that one up a little bit. Fade it out.
Here. You know, he keeps screaming out. He keeps screaming out, "Oh my God, he's killing me! Run, run, run!" Apparently, this was sort of based on a real event. Happened, I think, in New York or something, where a guy was getting killed, and he was screaming for help, and no one would help him. There's people around there, and he, yeah, it was kind of a disturbing thing. So I think they kind of worked that angle in there. You don't really see Paul bite it, but well, you find out later that he's definitely a goner. Well, you find out later that he's definitely a goner.
Cut there. I'm going to throw a picture of Mr. Paul in there. Or Paul, I keep calling him Paul. It's Rob.
But well, you find out later that he's definitely a goner. So here's where Trish starts to veil herself a little bit. She's scared to death.
All right, I'm probably going to wrap it right here. Appreciate you hanging out as long as you have. for any of those watching out there. This is just kind of, I said, not really quick, but a blow-by-blow of what it takes to do one of these review videos. Like I said, I still have a couple more hours yet of editing, and then pulling more pictures, going back. Sometimes I add music, sometimes I don't. And then you gotta give a description, and you have to upload it. Uploading, as long as this one's gonna be, it's probably be another 40-minute video. It'll probably take 4 to 5 hours to upload. A lot of times it'll time out, so you gotta sit there and watch it somewhat, and then you gotta start all over again if it does. it's not fun, but I appreciate you hanging out tonight, Russ, and Metrog. You know he's gone, but yeah. So if any questions on editing in the future, or whatever, just let me know. It's kind of fun to get on here and chat a little bit. It helps you guys help break things up, because it gets very tedious, as you can see, doing this for hours and hours and hours on end. So hope you have a good night, and hopefully I'll have this uploaded tomorrow sometime. I would expect it in later afternoon probably. I'll finish it up probably in the morning-ish, and then, like I said, the upload takes a couple hours, so yeah, I expect it probably later in the evening. So appreciate you watching once again, and until next time, this is Genome out. I lost my button, but now Genome out.